speaking of that money, somebody who is gonna get that money, Canelo Alvarez, right? 3-fight PBC deal. I don't even know what the total figures are, but I know it's crazy, right?
Right.
So it was Canelo versus Charlo, right? It's still Canelo versus Charlo, but to my surprise, it's not JerMall, it's Jermell.
Right.
And Canelo's posted this on his Instagram, undisputed versus undisputed. So this is officially happening. What were your thoughts on that when you saw that?
I was caught I was shocked. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I was so shocked. Someone posted it and I looked at it, and you know me, I generally don't really jump out the window on anything. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I go do my research, but I guess someone posted it, and this is like right before Canelo and Jermell posted it on their social media pages. And I'm looking, I'm like, this gotta be fake. Like I commented, like this gotta be fake, right? And then I'm researching, and then I see Canelo posted, and then I see Jermell posted. And I'm like, what? I couldn't even believe it. And then I even sent it to you. I was like, wow, I thought it was Jermell Charlo that was gonna get the fight, especially what was rumored. But apparently it's Jermell. My initial thoughts was, of course, I was a bit shell shocked. Then afterwards, I was kind of confused a bit. Like, why would Canelo take a fight with the smaller Charlo, like in terms of size, right? Because Jermall been fighting at 160 for far longer compared to Jermell, who's been fighting at 154, right? And he's jumping up, I would assume, 2 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez at 168. So I thought it was kind of like I wouldn't say it's an easy fight for Canelo, but I think Canelo should win that fight. So,
Okay.
And that's if they're fighting at 168. But those were my initial thoughts. What about you? What did you think about that?
So first things first, I do think it's at 168. I want to give a shout out to our Australian fans who are showing us a lot of love in the comments. Did Charlo duck your boy Tim Tszyu? But nah, like on a more serious note though, I was shocked. But I think it makes sense for Canelo, right? Because even if if he wins, it's gonna be like people are gonna say things no matter what. Oh, JerMall was on a long layoff going through this.
Yeah.
Jermell was coming up 2 weight classes. So I think he might as well take the more active fighter, the undisputed versus undisputed. I think it's just going to sell more for the be a larger marquee matchup. And I think you might as well just make the bread off of it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I was shocked, but I think it makes more sense than JerMall right now. And I think JerMall had to say, like, I'm not ready. You know, I heard he said he's not ready right now. So I guess, next would be his brother. And I know he's been fighting at 54 and Jermall's been fighting at 60, but they have similar bodies. I mean, I think they're identical twins, right? So they have similar body mass, similar height, reach, all that stuff. I guess it's just a matter of now Mel jumping up 2 weight classes, right? I would say looking at Mel, he probably walks around naturally. What do you think? Maybe like 175, like
Probably
naturally.
like 175 because he always stays in shape. So I'll probably say like 170, 175.
Yeah. So to fight at 168, I guess the tricky thing is, right? I guess it sounds easy. You don't have to cut that weight, but how did your body react to being at that weight now? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. People don't realize when you're a boxer and you're like, even your walk around weight, when you're training hard, you're naturally going to lose weight.
Yeah.
And then you got to maintain that weight. And then you got to fight 12 rounds with that weight on compared to fight night.
Yeah.
If you're rehydrating up to like 160, because you want to rehydrate bigger than what you're fighting in the ring, right? Because we know Canelo's going to probably rehydrate a bit bigger than 168 come fight night. So you fighting with that extra weight is going to make a difference in terms of your stamina, how you move around, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to make a difference.
Yeah, and it's tough. So I was just thinking of like strategy wise, what does he do? Does he kind of cut the weight slowly? You know what I'm saying? Like if I would normally do this many of this, I do less, like because I still want to work out. I still want to, get a full training camp, but I just don't want to cut as much weight. So when I rehydrate, I'm in a good stance. I think that's going to be the trickiest part about this fight. You know what I'm saying? Not just doing what he naturally does to get to 54, right? I'm maybe only cutting to I don't know, 60, 61, you know, somewhere around there, and then hydrating up. Because I think no matter what, on fight night, he's going to be the smaller guy, right? Unless he just, you know, determined to say, okay, I'm going to just, you know, work out and stick to my walk around weight. So I just think that's the trickiest part of the fight.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to his diet for sure. His diet, he's gonna have to like a calorie surplus. He's just gonna have to eat a bit more so that when he's cutting weight, it doesn't cut as much weight, and he still kind of got that energy still there, I guess. And then on top of that, he also got to get used to taking punches from the bigger guy, right? Which is a big difference. So
yeah,
you know. So
I guess right now though, just as things stand, would you give Mel a better chance than Maul, or would you give Maul a better chance than Mel? All factors considered.
All factors considered, when I initially thought about it, I thought there was probably about, I would probably say Mel may have the edge only because I think mentally and physically he's more sharp than the older brother. The only thing that's really
the older brother, the older brother by 30 seconds.
By 30 seconds, right? By the older twin brother. But I would say the only thing that's really holding him back is definitely just that weight difference, just getting acclimated with the weight difference. Instead of JerMall, just that 8 pound, and I'll probably say, even though they're similar in size, because they've been at certain weights for so long, their bodies is just acclimated to a certain weight, right? And Maul is clearly the bigger fighter. So, but in terms of activity, Jermell's more active. He's undisputed, right? He's been beating opponents, and I think he's doing well mentally as opposed to Jermall. Mentally. So I would say he definitely has a better chance, but I think Canelo beats both of them though.
Yeah, and
1A, 1B for me.
And to be honest, I think I'm not gonna give a prediction, but I think I think Jermell's best chance in this fight is you got to make it to the deep waters, and you know Canelo's been gassing. So if you got that stamina, you get to the deep waters. I don't know. You might could shock the world. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, yeah, and box. He's definitely gonna have to box, and because Canelo's gonna hawk him down. He's gonna try to treat him like Caleb Plant.
Yeah, and he's gonna hit him on his arms, hit him in his chest. He's gonna physically. You got to have the strength of Bivol in them arms to say you just hit me on my arms. What? He just punched my arms.
Right.
Yeah,
and we got to see how if Jermell's punching power really translate or even upgrades moving up 2 weight classes. But we know this story. We've seen this story happen time and time again. You know, guys moving up weight classes, taking on another great fighter, and we know how it ends. You know, but
I know he's getting that money. But I'll say this though, I don't know which sanctioning body Tim Tszyu is the mandatory in, but in all fairness and consistency, I know I was talking about when they stripped Loma the other day and prevented Loma and Tio from being undisputed. You have to strip Mel. And that's no hating, because I like Mel a lot, but you got to be consistent. You got to strip Mel. And I don't think he cares. He's about to get that money, that payday. You know what I'm saying?
Payday. But you know, Canelo's gonna call his secret agents down at the sanctioning bodies, and they're gonna overlook it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be fair, and it's crazy because it's truly unfair for Tim Tszyu.
And I can't lie, I want to see that fight, but I think going to 68, I think there's no chance he goes back to 54. I think he's going to go to 60 because I think the motion is finally starting to happen. I think JerMall is finally going to really campaign at 68. I think Mel will go back down to 60. Spence will go to 54. I know this has kind of been backed up for a while, but I think the motion is going to happen now. So that's exciting. Audience, do you guys think Mel has a chance? What does he have to do to have a chance in this fight? Or is Canelo just too much for him? Like, comment, subscribe.